Is Diane Abbott the dumbest politician of our generation? Let's take a look at some of her moments of brilliance, shall we? Who remembers this tweet? White people love playing divide and rule. We should not play their game. Hashtag tactic as old as colonialism. Not some white people, not a few white people, not many white people, just white people. Hashtag tar everyone with the same brush. Of course, Diane blamed the character limit on Twitter for her remark being taken out of context. Then there was that time she invoked Enoch Powell's Rivers of Blood speech in her own speech on immigration. She said, and I quote, "I remember Enoch Powell's speech. I was in primary school, and I wasn't following it in huge detail, but I do remember how I felt." Well, you didn't remember it that fucking well, did you, Diane? Because in 1968, you were 15 and no longer in primary school, you bloody melt. I don't think there's a person alive who hasn't seen or heard this bloody corker from her on Nick Ferrari's LBC show as well.
So how much would 10,000 police officers cost?
Well, if we recruit the 10,000 police men and women over a 4-year period, we believe it'll be about £300,000.
£300,000 for
Sorry,
10,000 police officers? What are you paying them?
So, in case you missed that, 10,000 police officers over 4 years is going to cost just £300,000. The real figure is £300 million, of course. For fuck's sake, there is no limit to this woman's idiocy, is there? Well, actually, no. This is Diane Abbott, so there isn't. This tweet was another moment of glory for Diane. The tweet says, "Shocking to hear Tory minister on BBC Radio 4 claim that you can't allow Parliament to vote on war because that would be to outsource the decision to people who didn't have all the info. Do these people understand what a parliamentary democracy is? It's not so much a words this time, it's the picture. It's fake. It was photoshopped by some dude who was writing a blog on a hypothetical war between Israel and Iran." Diane said this in April 2018.
But we also need to look at what they've successfully done in Glasgow, which was the knife crime capital of the country and has been for decades. They have taken a public health approach, which of course means law enforcement, but it also means working with schools, with mental health facilities, with social workers, with youth work, to have a real chance of a solution. And the remarkable thing is that in Glasgow, since adopting this public health approach, last year they had no deaths from knife crime at all.
That is.
They had no deaths from knife crime at all. They had no deaths from knife crime at all. They had no deaths from knife crime at all.
Liar. Or, as most people would assume nowadays, just a moron. Because although Scotland has made good progress with knife crime, there were 30 murders from being stabbed in Scotland in 2017, almost half the amount of total murders.
Said that it would be a defeat for the British state would be a great liberation, a great move forward at that period of time. Do you regret your support for the IRA right back in the 80s?
That particular quote you're referring to comes from a now defunct left newspaper, and it had, as well as
But
this
you said it, didn't you?
No, but what I'm saying to you is this. It was 34 years ago. I had a rather splendid afro at the time. I don't have the same hairstyle. And I don't have the same views. It is 34 years on.
What exactly was she waffling on about there? Her afro in the 80s? What the shit was that? What a stupidly roundabout way of saying, no, I don't hold the same views as I used to. I really do think it's a toss-up between Diane here and David Lammy on who's the dumbest politician of our generation, but they are both undoubtedly in the running for this title of King or Queen Dunce. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks, it helps massively.